Hello everyone and welcome to Rainbow Stars channel, and today I'm showing you the improvement in my baby. You hear her coughing and sneezing. That's a good sign. You know what that means? It means that the fluid in her lungs is moving. That means that she's able to get more oxygen. It means she's able to move around, and as you can plainly see, it means she is back to being an active, very active girl, which is something I wanted to see. Like, a few days ago, she was... Oh, I'm sorry. The sound scared them. So a few days ago, she was in really bad shape, and I was completely worried and terrified for her future. She was unresponsive to me. She didn't respond at all. Whenever I would try to pet her or mess with her, so yeah, they weren't, but look at her, she's drinking. For 2 days, she hadn't drank anything. She wasn't eating, she wasn't sleeping, she was having a hard time. So the fact that she's able to do this now, I will give you the secret as to why that is. The way it is, watch your fingers. Okay. So the reason why she's active today is because I gave her a steam treatment, and what that is you put some salt in water, right? Boil the water. You take a small container or cage. I like to use these types of little cages here, so you can get an idea. A small little carrier cage, right? Use that. You basically put the hot water next to the cage, right, like here, and then you would cover that with either a blanket or a towel or something, and basically you let the steam go into the cage and leave them in there for about 15 minutes. Be sure to check on them though, so that you can see if they're in any distress or not. Girls, are you fighting over here? I heard that squeak. You girls behave. Yes. So, I know, she wants my attention so much now that she's better. But she was absolutely miserable a few days ago. I thought she was going to die for a minute there. So, I brought her back from the grave. Her coughing is great. She's drinking more water, which is fantastic. I got her to eat something, which is amazing. The more I get her to eat and everything, I'm going to keep giving her my water mixture that I made for her. It's honey, water, and lemon. Lemon you cannot give to male rats. It can cause them to get cancer, but for some reason it's okay for females. Why that is, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if it's a myth. I don't know if it's fact or fiction. What I do know is this. She's a female. She can have lemon, or at least a little bit. Don't overdo it. For anything, you always give small amounts. And I'll show you in one of my other videos at some point how to make it. It seems to have done wonders for her throat. It's supposed to help soothe people with pneumonia. And so I thought, hey, if it's good enough for people, rats have the same kind of anatomy, so it'll be good enough for them. So yeah, she is so much more active. It is insane how active she is right now. So yeah, I mean, I'll show you how she's running around tomorrow. I just don't want her to get overly excited. I don't want her to fall back into her horrible state where she's gasping for breath, you know. She needs to take it easy. She's not patients with pneumonia typically have to take it easy for at least a few weeks, up to a month, just so that, you know, they don't get too stressed out and have trouble breathing. So you can use a nebulizer to administer medication, and I didn't know that. Apparently with some rats, whenever they go into respiratory distress, they really can't take oral medication, and in that case they give you a nebulizer prescription, and you can put the medication and water in the nebulizer and then cover them up in a small environment and kind of gas them in a way with the steamy stuff to make sure that they inhale their medication, and it would be a way to do that. So I'm glad that I didn't have to do that. I did take her to a vet today. to seek their opinion on what I should do. And apparently I did the right steps. I can get a humidifier, which I'm thinking that would be better than the boiling water idea that I had, because boiling the water, I would have to boil 4 big pots if I wanted to do this, which would be like to put them all around the cage, right? And then cover the cage up. To do that, that's a bit, you know what, it's a bit weird. It's not as productive. It's a lot of work. I could do it, and I probably will have to for a while, but if you get a humidifier, you can just cover the cage with the humidifier and leave that running on a warm setting. It'll help break the gunk down from their lungs. And whenever I took her to the vet, they told me, oh, well, her lungs really don't sound that bad. Right? Well, then why was she unresponsive for 2 days in a row, struggling to breathe? They're like, well, it must be up in her upper respiratory system. And I'm like, if it was only up in her upper respiratory system, I don't know. I mean, we hear rattling in her whenever we listen to her before, so she definitely has fluid. I don't know what that lady was talking about, but you know what? It's okay. They gave me new medicine, and they gave me a Baytril medicine mixture with some diloxetine, I think it's called. It's some other kind of what do they call antibiotic? Yeah, it's another type of antibiotic. Forgive me. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Not even 5. I think it's like 2 o'clock going on 3. It's very late. Let's just say that. So I'm very attentive. I give her 24-hour care. Whenever they get that bad, you always have to watch them. Ow, that hurt my ears so bad. Oh, that hurt my ears so bad. So yeah, hopefully you could hear my voice. I had my earphones plugged into my ears, and hopefully I picked something up. So yeah, that's the update. She's doing better. She will continue to do better. Keep the cage 100% clean. Do the treatments as prescribed, and all of you have an awesome sunny day. It has been really raining over here, so no rain videos. Sorry. If it rains, I'll catch it. If not, it is what it is. But hey, we get to we get to film these cuties. Look at that sick girl drink. Aw. She makes Mama so happy. It's such a good feeling seeing her get it better. Means I'm doing something right, so yeah, maybe one day I'll even introduce Pinky. Yeah, that's Pinky's cage up there. This is ironic, right? I have a corn snake in the same room with my rats. I know it's kind of weird, but he was a rescue too, so I kind of I kind of have them in the same space. It's a pretty funny story how that happened. I mean, they used to be in my sister's room, but then she decided one day that she didn't want them in there. I don't know why or for what reason. I have forgotten. It's been so long. So yeah, that's how they ended up in the same space. If I had it my way. Well, then again, I kind of like them in here. I do. I mean, they're more social than he is, and whenever I try to keep him company, he just wants to go and slither underneath a rock somewhere and just kind of sleep. And if he's not doing that, he wants food. And if he's not doing that, he wants to roam around all over my bed and wants nothing to do with me. At least these guys are more social, so reptiles aren't really social creatures. Some of them can be. Some of them can. I've heard stories where lizards like to be handled with their owners. A lot of reptiles, like alligators. I mean, it's weird, an alligator for a pet. I would never do it, but yeah, they kind of mentioned that even alligators can learn their names and everything with the incentive of food. So there is that. So yeah, she's doing better. He's doing good. He had a small scale infection, and that was easily treated. That's whenever... that was my bad. I had kind of messed up on how often you're supposed to clean the substrate. You're supposed to clean it, well, on a tank this big. This is about a 40-gallon tank. It's pretty big. So for this type of tank, the bedding is good for about a month, but after a month, you want to clean it. and you want to sanitize everything with a sanitizer. I'll show you that eventually. And yeah, but scale infections happen for multiple different factors. It could be that their cage is either dirty and they were sitting in unclean conditions, which can happen to anybody. And the bottom line, there's no reason that that should have happened. That was a BS thing, and that was my bad, and I take full responsibility. And so I'm keeping up with that a lot better now that I'm on the mend and I'm getting more healthy. I'm just so tired all the time. I know how hard it is when people struggle with illness, but there is no excuse. You need to take care of your pets. So I'm not going to make any excuses. I was a horrible person, and now I'm better. As you can see, it's 100% clean. He has new bedding. He gets the treatment that I'm doing is not a bad infection. The scale infection's minor, so it'll be easy to cure him with a few baths, and I'll show you that as well. So yeah, these guys, they came sick, and I've been fighting that for months. It's been a battle. This guy, I've had him for about 7 years. He's actually 8 years now. He's about 8 years old now. Yes. Oh, wow, you're an old boy. I'll show him eventually. Yeah, I think you guys might like him. So yeah, this is my room, by the way. I'll kind of do like a quick span of it. Check it out. It looks like a child's room, doesn't it? And I'll tell you why it looks like a child's room. It's because I grew up in it. I've been in this small space. That's the room tour. That's my window. And that's the tour. That's all there is to the space. Imagine a small space. Imagine a small space crammed full of animals and just things, and you'll get an idea of the scale. My room is actually the smallest room of the house. I have a broken window in here that I have to contend with, and so in the winter it gets super cold in here. It's ridiculous. So I have a heater in my floor over there, which keeps me warm in the winter, and then in the summer I have to just suffer, because guess what? Because I'm in the back of the house, and because this is the space I live with, apparently somebody had screwed up in the ductwork. Okay, so the ductwork system got super screwy, and hi baby, you're awake. Oh, good girl, you drink up. So yeah, I don't have any airflow from the rest of the house into this room. So in the summer, imagine how hot it gets. It is unreal. So for these guys especially, a warm environment can actually lead to problems, so I have to keep my door open typically throughout the day. At night I close it because the rest of the house gets so cold because my mother has a problem. Yeah, so she always turns it down to like 69 degrees or lower than that, and it gets super cold. So at night I close it, and I can, well, I mean, I guess it's not that bad that the duct system doesn't work, right? Like, even if I don't get any airflow, I mean, maybe that's a good thing. I don't have to freeze with the rest of the house. So, but yeah, I know it's pretty weird for a 25-year-old to have all this stuff. Oh, but here's my little entertainment center. I do have a television. I cover it up because I'm weird. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to make this quick. Over here, you see the mess. Ignore it. It doesn't exist. There's the closet. And like I said, this is all there is to this space. It's a little teeny tiny space that I kind of just filled. I got rid of a lot of stuff, actually, from my childhood. Or I tried to. I put most of it into storage because I'm sentimental that way. A lot of the items that I do have was given to me from family members and whatnot. I do have gaming consoles. You see a PS3 peeking out from over there. I have access to more gaming consoles. Will I be a gamer one day online? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know how to start. But I do well with games because I've been super sick and had nothing else to do but that. So that's that. I'll give you a real tour of the room some other time whenever it's cleaner so that you understand what it looks like typically on a normal day whenever I'm feeling good. But today I haven't been good this week, so that's okay. They're good, and that's all that matters to me. So yeah, remember, peace, love, unity, and respect. And treat your fellow man like you want to be treated. Take care of your pets and have a nice sunny day. And that's how I'll end this little segment, I suppose. My poor baby. I'm so happy she's going to feel better soon. Ugh, I just wish she felt better now. Because listening to her cough all day and all night, it's really difficult to sleep. I worry about her all the time.